Good morning and welcome to Lovington Wildcat Playoff Baseball from New Allmark Digital and Z94 KZOR Sports. Today's game is brought to you with rights granted by the New Mexico Activities Association and purchased by New Allmark Broadcasting Corporation and with the agreement and cooperation of the Artesia Public Schools and the Lovington Municipal Schools. I'm TJ Miracle. Welcome in. It is do or die time for your Lovington Wildcats after playing a pretty solid game yesterday but still falling to the number one team in the state 10-0. The Cats are facing must win here in the first game of what we hope is a doubleheader. Should the Wildcats not be victorious in this morning's game, well, their season is done. And, of course, a tough test across the diamond from them with the Artesia Bulldogs, the defending state champs, and the number one team in the state. Let's go and run down the starting lineups for you today. For the Lovington Wildcats, under head coach Christian Cruz, the number 16 seed in the 2026 Nucinda Credit Union NMAA State Baseball Playoffs. Leading it off and playing third today will be Peyton Thurman. Batting second is the center fielder Paul Sanchez. In the 3 slot is the shortstop Jude Madrid. Batting in the cleanup hole and playing first today, Auden Paredes. Batting fifth, playing right, Fidencio Lujan. Batting sixth is the left fielder Dallas Barrera. In the 7 slot and pitching here in this must-win affair will be Angel Salas. Batting 8th and catching Jeremiah Romero. And batting 9th, playing second, will be Tristan Barrigas. The rest of your Lovington lineup, a little bit shorter bench today for Coach Cruz's Wildcat squad. You've got Quintana, Burciaga, Chavira, Martinez, and Nave. So just 5 on the bench today for Coach Cruz's squad. So a little bit smaller squad than he had yesterday. Lucas Barunda not on the lineup card for game 1, nor was Juan Sepulveda, who started at third yesterday. For the Artesia Bulldogs, 19-8 on the season, number one team in the state and the defending state champs in Class 4A. Under head coach Jackson Bickle, their leadoff hitter will be shortstop Jet Fuentes. Batting second, playing right, Derek Warren. Batting third and playing third will be Jack Byers. Byers getting the complete game, perfect game, no-hitter yesterday. So don't have to face him on the mound today, but he will be playing at third. On the mound will be kind of their 1A option. That'll be Dalen Pacheco. Yeah, Pacheco, just over a 1 ERA too. Artesia very deep in the pitching department. Batting fifth and playing center, Jet Whitmire. Batting sixth and catching, Brant Usherwood. Hitting seventh is the second baseman, Elijah Carrasco. In the 8 slot, playing first today will be Diego Morales. And batting ninth, playing in left field, will be Charlie Campbell. The rest of the lineup for Artesia, you've got Logan Rodriguez, Caden Chavarria, D'Angelo Catano, Lucas Atkins, Kai Greathouse, Jared Flores, Hayden Moser, Colton Hamilton, and Destin Pacheco. So the teams being introduced out onto the field right now. The Wildcats are wearing the road blue tops with the white pants and the white letters and numbers. Of course, the white lids. For the home team Artesia Bulldogs, they will be in the orange tops today with white pants, white letters and numbers, and orange and white caps for themselves. As we get ready to start this one off today, going to be an absolutely gorgeous morning for baseball here in the Pecos Valley at Brainerd Park. 83 degrees expected for first pitch. Is going to get up into the middle 90s today. But probably won't see it get too hot before the end of game number 1. We hope we're playing in a very warm game number 2. Must win today for the Wildcats. They have got to find a way to get the bats clicking off of Pacheco. Had 0 luck yesterday again in the ball game with Byers on the mound. He pitched a perfect game, 15 up, 15 down, 13 strikeouts in the game, so just 2 balls put into play. And the only one that really squared him up pretty good was Jude Madrid in the first inning, but hit a hard one right back at Byers that he knocked down and then fired a strike over to first. And then Barriga hit one out towards second that was handled out there. And just a couple of foul balls yesterday, too. So Lovington hitting never, ever figured out Artesia and Byers yesterday. Hopefully better luck today against Pacheco. The Wildcats did not play poorly. You might be sitting there and thinking, wow, a 10-0 game, that probably wasn't much of a game. But really, Lovington played pretty well and pretty solid in the contest yesterday. Just one error. Just a lot of times Artesia doing what they did, and it was a hit 'em where they ain't situation, and they took advantage of the one error and scored a run off it. Of the 10 runs, 9 of them were earned yesterday, but really was not just a poor game. Lovington played very well defensively. Artesia just played a little bit better offensively. So the teams being introduced out onto the field, so getting ready for the national anthem. Then we will have your first pitch, do or die time for the Wildcats. Game 2 of this best-of-3 series. The winner of today will move on to next week in Albuquerque, and the loser will get ready for graduation and off-season football workouts. We'll take a timeout, come back with the first pitch as Wildcat Baseball is right here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com from KZOR.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called SmartHub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the SmartHub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the SmartHub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with SmartHub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics.
When
Eunice
it comes
Pump
to
and
your
Supply,
hard-earned money,
local, loyal,
selecting
and
the
proud
right
to
bank
serve.
is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
For 75 years, the Gandy family has been providing outstanding, well-rounded, and diversified services in our oil field community, as well as our proud hometown communities in Lovington and Tatum. Gandy Corporation's family work environment for over 50 members inspires the best in all of us to rise to the top and do our personal best. The Gandy Corporation family is a strong supporter of Lee County's youth and the biggest fan of the Lovington Wildcats. Let's go Wildcats!
Back here at Brainerd Park in Artesia, do or die time for the Lovington Wildcats. Must win game 2 of this best-of-3 series to force a game number 3 opening round of the 2026 Nucinda Credit Union NMAA State Baseball Playoffs. I'm TJ Miracle. A full day of sports here across our family of streams and stations and properties. The Lovington Lady Cats right now in the elimination round of the softball playoffs. They are in Albuquerque at St. Pius X, taking on Mira right now. When I checked on that game a few minutes ago, they were actually in the lead of that one 3-2 about halfway through it. That game also Lovington Sports YouTube and the front page of HobbsAmerica.com. Dawn Morgan with the call on that one. The Hobbs boys, they're getting ready to have their first pitch too, as they are facing a must-win situation at La Cueva. Tie friend at La Cueva High. Hobbs Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. So here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, I'm TJ Miracle as Pacheco, the big righty, is out warming up and getting ready. Of course, he's faced these Wildcats a couple of times already this year and really dominated when he was at our place. He got the start in that one. Let me see if I can get back to find that one. I've really got to have separate books, I guess, moving forward. And yeah, he did get the start, and he did get the win in that one. So Peyton Thurman will lead it off for the Wildcats. He will be the first to face the righty Pacheco. Pacheco from the stretch ready to go, and he will deal to Thurman, and that first one will miss. So it'll be at the top of the zone on the inside corner, and it will be a called strike one. So underway here in must-win territory for the Wildcats on a sunny morning from Artesia. Swung on that one is right down the line at third, but foul. And so Thurman quickly down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Pacheco is your pitcher for Artesia. Usherwood, his battery mate, Morales, Carrasco, Fuentes, and Byers, the infield first to third. Campbell, Whitmire, and Warren in the outfield from left to right. Pacheco ready, and the 0-2 pitch swung on. That one will be dribbled foul on the left side, so we will reset at 0-2. Myers was playing in a little bit when we started this over at third. Now he's playing a more traditional position. Back in the middle infield, that's about what you expect to see these days. Outfield only about halfway back, though. And the pitch swung on and missed as he pulled the bottom out of that one, pulls the string, and Thurman goes down swinging for out number 1. So 1 down for the Wildcats as Paul Sanchez will step in. So 16 batters thus far over 2 games and 14 strikeouts for Artesia pitching. So Sanchez will step to the dish. Lefty on righty matchup. Is Lovington going to try and get something going here early against the Bulldogs? As Pacheco ready, he will deal to Paul. Took a little bit off of that one, and it hits the outside corner to the lefty hitting center fielder, called strike 1. So the no ball, 1 strike count. Pacheco, a quick worker, deals, and that one is going to miss and even the count at a ball and a strike. So the 1 ball, 1 strike count. Sanchez just stays in and is ready. Pacheco sets between the belt and the letters. He's ready to go, and the 1-1 pitch fastball swung on. That one is fouled back into the netting for strike 2. Yeah, Lovington only had, I think, 3 or 4 even foul balls yesterday against Byers. Definitely glad to see another hurler for the Dogs here today. Wind out of the southwest. As the pitch right down the slot, called strike 3 as Sanchez watches that one at the knees, inside corner. Did not even offer it, and back-to-back Ks to start the game for the Wildcat offense. Now it'll be Jude Madrid to the plate. Madrid was really the only one yesterday who got the barrel on the ball pretty good, but it was a screamer that Byers knocked down and then threw a fastball to first to get the speedy Madrid. So Jude going to look to see if he can get something started here with 2 down, and the first pitch will be high for ball number 1. A 1 ball, no strike count. Interestingly enough, that's just the second ball thrown by Pacheco. As again, he sets, he's ready, and the pitch, and that one will catch the outside corner but be low for ball number 2. So the 2 ball, no strike count. Just underway, top of the first inning. Game 2 of this best-of-3 series. Lovington must win. And the 2-0 pitch swung on. That one is heading onto the netting over the press box for strike number 1. Madrid just a little bit behind and a little bit underneath that offering from Pacheco. Outfield still only about halfway back. They could regret that with Madrid. 2-1 pitch, curveball, and that one is going to just miss inside for ball number 3. So the 3 ball, 1 strike count. Madrid only a freshman, but he has got a heavy bat. And Pacheco throws a very heavy ball. 3-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Has ran the fastball up there and wins that battle and runs the count full. So the 3 ball, 2 strike count. Madrid the slightly open stance. Towards the back of the box, Usherwood sets up on the outside, and Pacheco deals the payoff pitch. Curveball swung on. That'll be a slow roller towards second as Carrasco gets it, fires it over. Morales has to stretch out and gets the speedy Madrid by about a half step, 4-3 for out number 3. So 1-2-3, go the Wildcats. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Lovington nothing. Port and Artesia coming to bat. Wildcat baseball here on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Lovington Municipal Schools welcomes everyone back. Students, faculty, staff, and parents. This year, show your Wildcat spirit by supporting Lovington students and their activities. While the students are working hard on their games and grades, Lovington schools are working hard for your students and parents. They have a great website full of helpful information to keep you up to date. Check out lovingtonschools.net and stay up to date with Lovington school activities and announcements. And go Cats!
No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. The Cats go 1-2-3 in their half of the first. So we go to the bottom of the first. Artesia with Fuentes, Warren, and Byers. That is 1-2-3. The lefty Angel Salas takes the mound for the Wildcats here in this must-win situation. Romero is his battery mate. Paredes, Barrigas, Madrid, and Thurman. Your infield first to third, and you've got Barrera, Sanchez, and Lujan in the outfield from left to right. Salas, as the lefty, he has a fastball that plays because of his off-speed and breaking stuff, but he's going to have to be very careful around a very, very stacked and very, very aggressive Artesia lineup. If he can get the breaking and the off-speed stuff going, that will help the fastball play. Going to be important to move positions and find those locations, not get behind in counts, and not give Artesia anything that they can really handle. So Fuentes will step to the plate for Artesia, looking to punch their ticket to the Jennifer Riot and Spark Kindness Sportsplex. Yes, I know it's an awful long name for where they play the quarters and semifinals, where they let them move over to the big stadium at UNM now for a championship game. But that's where both of these teams want to be come Thursday. So Fuentes will step in as the lefty Salas will get the baseball and try and handcuff a very talented Artesia lineup. So Salas ready, and Angel will kick and fire, and that one is going to be high in the air, out into the gap in right center. Going over is Lujan. Fidencio on the run will take it about halfway back. So Fuentes takes the first pitch he sees and flies it out to middle right, and one up, one down, and one pitch. Doesn't get more efficient than that, really. So now Derek Warren to the plate. Yes, I know there are things that are more efficient, but one pitch, one out, that's still pretty darn good. So Warren will step in, and he will take the first pitch, and that's a line shot right back up the middle, and Madrid on his knees goes down and snags it before it tags the turf. As Warren put a shot in it, but Madrid able to get to it and flashes the leather on the line out. So 2 up, 2 down on 2 pitches. And now it'll be Jack Byers to the plate. Byers, in addition to handcuffing the Cats from the mound, also had a couple of doubles and a triple yesterday. So Byers will step to the plate with 2 down. We are in the bottom of the first inning, no score, and Angel ready to go, and he will deal that one. Throws the curve, but comes out of the hand funny and bounces about 5 feet in front of the plate for ball number 1. So a 1 ball, no strike count. Outfield playing a little further than halfway back, about maybe 2/3. And the 1-0 pitch, and that one took a little bit off of it, and I don't know where it missed, but it must have missed just low for ball number 2. Was noticing while the coaches were out in fungos, and I realize that's not always the greatest gauge, but the 2-0 is outside, ball 3. So with 3 ball, no strike count. If Salas were to groove him one, my guess is that Byers does have the green light. But there was some carry today. The wind's kind of shifting around now. In the 3-0 pitch, and that one is off the outside corner for ball 4. Pretty close pitch, but Byers watching it out of the zone, and so Salas will issue the 2-out walk, and that'll bring Dalen Pacheco to the plate. Pacheco, the pitcher today, cleanup hitter. So going to look to start something with 2 outs for the Bulldogs with Byers over at first. He will have to run for himself today, at least if he wants to stay in the game. Holding him on over there will be Paredes, and the first pitch, that one will be on the outside corner, called strike 1. So the no ball, 1 strike count. Again, Angel not going to overpower you with his fastball, but it's because of the other arrays that he can be effective if he finds the zone. And the 0-1 pitch swung on. That one is lifted high in the air, foul out of play. So Pacheco now down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. So the 0-2 count. Lovington also going to be looking to avoid the big inning. It's kind of been the story of the season. Salas from the stretch and the 0-2 pitch. Curveball swung on, and that one will be hammered just foul down the left field line. Missed being fair and probably a double by about 6 inches. So we'll reset it. No balls, 2 strike as Byers heads back to first. Choking up just a little bit, Pacheco, and the pitch is going to be a fastball low. And that will be ball number 1. So the 1 ball, 2 strike count to the Bulldog cleanup hitter. Hope we don't clean him off. Byers not much of a lead at first. Pacheco holds him on as that one is high in the air and out of play. Over to the Artesia bullpen. So the count stays at 1-2. Paredes holding on Byers. Does play first base righty. And the 1-2 pitch swung on, and that one is going to be popped up over on the right side into shallow right field. Could be trouble as it just going to fall between everybody. Nobody able to really pick it up. And so that'll let Byers come all the way around to score. So it'll be an RBI bloop single for Dalen Pacheco. And that will cash in Byers, and Artesia quickly with the 1-0 lead. So Lovington got 2 outs, but damage still done. Just a little confusion. Paredes, Barriga, and Lujan all with it. Where the sun is, yeah, might have been some issues with the sun, the way that one came up, and it was hit a mile in the air. You still got to, whoever gets the beat on it has got to just start screaming immediately, mine, 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 got it, got it, got it. So now it'll be Jet Whitmire to the plate. Salas from the stretch comes to the plate, and that one is going to miss high and away for ball number 1. So the 1 ball, no strike count, a walk and a hit. And Artesia doing damage with 2 outs. 1-0 pitch, and that one will be low and in. Good pitch, but missing the zone for ball number 2. So a 2 ball, no strike count. Runner at first is Pacheco. Actually, I think we've got a courtesy runner in the game. We'll check his number. And a pickoff attempt, and a little bit high, sailed on Salas. Sweep tag put down, but not going to be in time to get the runner over there. Maybe Flores over there. In the 2-0 pitch, that one is going to be high for ball 3 to the Artesia center fielder. So a 3 ball, no strike count. Salas threw 2 pitches to get 2 outs, but things have slowed down for him considerably through the zone. So a 3-0 count. Salas, another pickoff attempt, is diving back into the bag safely. That a better attempt there. Get the speedy runner over there. So 3-0 at the plate and the pitch. That one is going to be high for ball number 4, so he loses Whitmire. That is actually great house out running for Pacheco. So I'll make a note of that in the book. So now it'll be Brant Usherwood to the plate, the Bulldog catcher. Going to come up with 2 outs and a chance to put a crooked number on the board for the Bulldogs. Right now, Lovington going to try and limit this to just the 1 run if they can. That would be their best case scenario here. Angel retakes the hill, goes to the third base side of the rubber. Comes set as he checks off on the runners, and now we'll come to the plate. Fastball swung on. That one will be bounced foul down past third for strike number 1. So a no ball, 1 strike count. If Salas starts struggling a little bit, really I think probably a time and a half, maybe 2 times through the lineup, really going to be all Angel's going to have. And the 0-1 pitch, and that one is going to be a called strike 2, but it will advance the runner as it gets away. So on the pass ball, Greathouse will move down to third, but it is strike 2 to Usherwood at the plate. So the 0-2 count, runner at third. Lovington trying to get out of a mini jam here in the first, trailing 1-0. 0-2 pitch, fastball swung on, getting just a piece of that one to stay alive. Whitmire with good speed over at first was moving. So it's a no ball, 2-strike count. Cats and the Dogs, must-win situation for the Cats if they want to see a game this afternoon. And the pickoff attempt, we are going to have a rundown situation here. And now they're going to just let the runner go back. Now they're going to try and get the rundown around home as Greathouse moves through. It's still going. They'll just push it over. Going to be a foot race. And they are going to miss it and mess it up. They waited too long to throw it and then tried to get cute with the throw at the plate. And so Greathouse gets out of the pickle and will come home as Whitmire steals second and then moves to third on the rundown, and Artesia goes up 2-0. And so an oopsie for the Wildcat defense. No error really anywhere there. They pushed that one way too late. Romero out of position to get the tag down because you can't block the plate if you do not have the ball. And so Artesia puts on the pressure and gets a second run. Now an 0-2 pitch, and that one is going to miss away for Solace for ball one to Usherwood. So the 1-2 count. Artesia is very aggressive on the base paths. And in a rundown situation, you practice that a lot, but you don't really want to get cute with your ball exchanges. The 1-2 pitch swung on. That's a hard one on the ground. It is hoovered up by Thurman. Bounces it over, and not able to control it is Paredes. It got short-armed a little bit. So Whitmire will come in. It will be an E5 on the short throw, and Artesia has put 3 on the board here in the first and taken advantage of the first attributable Lovington error to bring Elijah Carrasco to the plate. So Carrasco will step to the dish and look to keep the line moving. Looks like Lovington may get out of this one with no damage done. But 2 muffed rundowns and then a throwing error have allowed Artesia to put 2 more on the board as that one's going to sail up and into the left-handed hitting Carrasco for ball number 1. So the 1-ball, no-strike count. Usherwood at first. Actually, we will have a courtesy runner for the catcher over there. 1-0 pitch swung on. That one is chopped foul, as that will be Flores running for Usherwood. 1-1 count to Carrasco at the plate. So a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Cats now trailing by 3. Need to get back to the dugout quick as they can. Solace going to break contact and then reset. 3-man umpire crew here this morning. Solace and the 1-1 pitch swung on. That one is going to be popped up on the infield. Solace calls it out, and then Romero calls it. Solace calls him off, and the pop out to the pitcher for Carrasco for out number 3. But Artesia cashes in 3 in their half of the first. It is Artesia 3, Lovington nothing after 1. Wildcat baseball continues in a moment.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services,
Artesia plates 3 runs on just 1 hit. The Wildcats commit an error, and just 1 runner left on board for the Bulldogs. We go to the top of the second inning. Artesia now leading this do-or-die elimination game for the Wildcats, 3-0. Welcome back. I'm TJ Miracle. My partner in crime, Don Morgan, on assignment up in Albuquerque at St. Pius, opening round of the softball playoffs. So it'll be Paredes, Lujan, and Barrera due up for the Wildcats, now in a 3-run hole as we start the second inning. Pacheco always from the stretch, ready to go. And he will deal the first pitch, and that one with some late break on it slides over for strike number 1. So a no ball, 1 strike count. Everybody playing pretty well straight up. Outfield not deep at all. And the 0-1 pitch swung on. Slow roller foul over to the on-deck circle next to the Lovington dugout, where Lujan will field that one very nicely and just keeps it with him. So no balls and 2 strikes now at the plate to Paredes. Pacheco deals 0-2. That one will be high. And it's a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Paredes, Lujan, and Barrera. Usherwood sets up outside as Pacheco deals. And that one will be a little looper that's going to find its way through into right field and should have had time to throw that when Warren got to it quickly. Not sure why he held up. He had a play. So Paredes will get the bloop single. And so Lovington, in their 9th inning of play, finally breaks up a no-hitter with the leadoff man, Auden Paredes. So the little dump single. Little Texas leaguer out there again. Warren probably would have had to play first. I don't know if maybe Morales wasn't looking or what happened there for sure. So now it'll be Fidencio Lujan as Lovington tries to get the line moving. Their first hit of this series, and he'll take the first one right down the line. It is out into right field. Paredes going to just pull up at second as Coach Cruz electing to play station-to-station baseball. Not wanting to test the arm of Warren, but a good hit there for Lujan right down the line at first. And the Wildcats in business with Dallas Barrera to the plate. So 2 on, nobody out, back-to-back singles for the Wildcats. The bats maybe finally starting to wake up. Barrera, good size. Has a straight-up, slightly open stance as Usherwood sets up towards the outside. Runners at first and second. Cats threatening. First pitch fastball on that outside corner. Strike 1 to Barrera. So the no ball, 1 strike count. This Wildcat team very young. I think just two or three seniors. As Pacheco deals, fastball swung on and missed as Barrera takes a big hack at it. Comes up underneath it, and he's now down in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Lujan at first, Paredes at second after back-to-back singles. And that's not Paredes. Over. Yeah, it is. He's got to run for himself. He's playing first today. And the 0-2 pitch, and that one is going to just miss low. As Usherwood tries to frame it up, the ump does not buy it. So it'll be a 1 ball, 2 strike count. So the 1-2 count, good lead off of first for Lujan. Nobody really holding him on. 1-2 pitch swung on, and that one will be popped up into right field, right center. That one's carrying. On the run, Whitmire gets to it, tagging up and heading to third. It was deep enough to move the runner over. And so Paredes heads to third. It'll be a sac fly to center for Barrera. And now Cats at the corners. As bringing up Angel Salas. So Salas with Cats in the corners, 1 down. Trailing by 3, but trying to get it moving with the bottom half of the lineup. So Salas an opportunity to help himself. The lefty pitcher also bats left. Pitcher-pitcher matchup, and Pacheco's first one will miss outside for ball number 1. Lujan at first, Paredes at third. Fidencio good, but not great speed. If he gets an opportunity to run, I would expect him to. The changeup, and Salas well out in front of that one. He was sitting dead red, and the changeup, if it's effective, comes out and looks the same out of the hand. So a 1 ball, 1 strike count. Pacheco to deal, but asking for timeout, thinking he was taking much too long, so that pitch never happened. And that's smart for Salas. Asked for time, and it was granted. So still 1 ball, 1 strike count. Pacheco and Usherwood having a little trouble getting on the same page there. He takes his time. Now the 1-1 on the way. That fastball is going to just miss outside for ball number 2 as the orange and white faithful groan. Oh, the 2 ball, 1 strike count. Pacheco checks on the runners. Now the 2-1 pitch off speed, and that one is going to miss for ball number 3. So Lovington trying to put the pressure on as Pacheco all of a sudden having a little trouble finding the strike zone against the lefty Salas. Jeremiah Romero waits on deck. 3-1 pitch swung on, and that'll be a chopper. Could be a double play as over to second. That's the only play that they will have, as that'll get Lujan 1-6 for out number 2. But it will be an RBI fielder's choice for Angel Salas as Paredes will come to the plate, and Lovington finally on the board in this series. Now they trail 3-1. Coming in to run. Who is that? That's Chavira. Kevin Chavira on to run for Salas. And Chavira now standing at first as Jeremiah Romero to the plate. He can find a way on. Tristan Barrigas waits on deck. So Lovington has scrapped a run together in the first pitch, a fastball, and Romero takes a big cut at it. Comes up empty, and it is strike number 1. So 2 down, runner at first, and a run across for the Wildcats finally on the board in this series. And the 0-1 pitch, breaking ball, and that one swoops and dives over the outside corner. And it's a no ball, 2 strike count. So now Romero going to have to play plate protection. Chavira not a huge lead over at first, about a step and a half or so. Being held on by Morales. 0-2 pitch swung on and missed. Chased the high fastball and goes down swinging. 3rd K of the ball game for Pacheco, but the Wildcats manage to put a run on the board on their first hits of the series. After an inning and a half, it's Artesia 3, Lovington 1. Wildcat Baseball returns in just a moment. Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com from KZOR.
NMJC, success through learning. My future's looking brighter. My life's an open door. New Mexico Junior College gave me the chance I was looking for. Affordable education designed to fit my needs. Now every day is filled with opportunity. NMJC, success through learning. NMJC.
At nmjc.edu.
Did you know LECO offers fiber internet to your home and business? LECO is the only local fiber internet company. This means a personal touch for local customers. Keep your internet with a local company. You won't be disappointed. LECO, keeping you connected and in control since 1954. LECO, the only local fiber internet company. Call 370-5010. Keep your internet with a local company. You won't be disappointed. Call 370-5010. LECO, keeping you connected and in control since 1954.
The Wildcats scratch out a run on 2 hits, no errors committed by the Bulldogs, and 1 runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the second, 3-1, Artesia in the lead of this elimination ball game. It'll be 8-9-1 due up for the Bulldogs. Morales, Campbell, and then back to Fuentes. Yesterday, Morales and Campbell did Morales especially did his share of damage. Reached all 3 plate appearances, scored a run. So he's going to look to keep that going here in game number 2. Whereas Lovington will like to keep this a 2-run ball game, bottom of the second. A lot of times this is where they kind of start getting in trouble. Second, third innings, where often the big innings happen as the breaking ball breaks and dives, but right into the plate for ball number 1. Start that one about maybe 5-6 inches higher. It's probably a much more appealing pitch, and it probably doesn't bounce off the plate. So the 1 ball, no strike count as Salas moving over more towards the center of the mound. And that one's going to miss for ball number 2. So the 2 ball, no strike count. Avoid the big inning. That needs to be the mantra for the Cats. 2-0 pitch swung on. That's a chop shot over the head of Thurman. Goes out into left on the third bounce. Barrera will get to it. Making a big turn at first is Morales, but he has the chopper over the head of Thurman out into left for a leadoff single for the Bulldogs. So runner at first, nobody out, and Charlie Campbell steps to the plate. Campbell in yesterday's game was 0 for 2, did walk in the first, and a couple of pop-outs. So the Bulldog left fielder now with a runner at first. Decent speed for Morales, gets about a step and a half over there. Paredes holds him on, and that fastball going to hit the outside corner, shaves the black for called strike one. The 0-1 count. Infield has not really shifted to double play depth. 1 pitch. Whoa, that one going to sail. Nice job by Romero. Frog leaps up to snatch that one out of the air to keep Morales from advancing. Count evens up at a ball and a strike. Outfield has moved back just a little bit. Lujan shading maybe slightly towards the line out and right. Ooh, inside and a close shave on Campbell. Does not hit him. And it'll be ball number 2. So the 2-ball, 1-strike count. Huge gap in the right center alley. 2-1 pitch swung on, and that one is going to be popped up into shallow center field. Coming on the run and not able to get to it is Sanchez as Barriga just pulls up. That's one I think Barriga could have had since nobody touched it. No error on the play, but just a mental error, but not one you can put in the book. So just a bloop single to center for Campbell as Morales will tag and move to second. So back-to-back singles. And now back to the top of the lineup with Jet Fuentes with runners at first and second. Artesia threatening and the top of their lineup to the plate. He flew out to Lujan in mid-center or mid-right center. His first time up, runners go, first move, throw down to third, not going to be in time. And so the double steal on for Coach Bickle. Good throw from Romero. Thurman with a good tag, but not going to be in time, so the double steal. And ball 1 at the plate to Fuentes. So now Artesia trying to put the pressure on. We've seen time and time again, it's really kind of the second, third inning where sometimes Lovington struggles. We're in that second. The 1-0 is going to be high for ball 3, and rather ball 2. 2-ball, no strike count, nobody out. Runners at second and third. Whoa, inside. Late break on the cutter. Fuentes flinches out of the way, and it dives through and doesn't hit him. So it's a 3-0 count. See, it was a backdoor breaker, and the 3-0 takes sign on all the way as Fuentes watches strike number 1. So the 3-ball, 1-strike count. Campbell at second, Morales at third, and that one will be fouled down past Coach Bickle and out into the space in left field foul territory. And he runs the count full, 3-2 to Campbell. Or rather, to Fuentes, back to the top of the lineup. Can't read my own stupid handwriting. Payoff pitch to Fuentes. That one is going to miss, and it is going to get away from Romero. Ready to go is Morales, and he will score. Throw in, not going to be in time, and so the wild pitch on the walk will score the run. That is the third walk issued by Salas, and another run in for the Bulldogs, and now Dogs at the corners with Fuentes at first and Campbell at third. As Derek Warren to the plate, you are going to get to the big bats in the lineup. If you're Artesia, you're enjoying that. Your Lovington, concentrate on the strikes. Good speed on the base paths with Campbell at third and Fuentes at first. Now Derek Warren steps in. He lined out to Madrid in the first. He is 0 for 1. As Salas kicks and deals, and that's a hard shot into the outfield. It'll get a run home as Sanchez will grab it and twirl it in, but it is still plenty deep enough to get the run home. So the sack fly RBI will cash in Campbell, and now it is 5-1 in favor of Artesia. One down is now Jack Byers to the plate. Byers walked and scored back in the first. Again, I'm not sure I would really give him too much that he could handle. 5-1 the score. Artesia's put 2 across this inning, looking to keep the line moving. Just 1 out. Runner at first. And the heart of the lineup coming up for the Bulldogs as that fastball going to sail. And it'll be ball number 1. 1 ball, no strike count. Cats and the Dogs opening round of the playoffs from here in Artesia. Curveball swung on. That one is lifted high in the air out to left field. That one is going to go all the way to the fence and bounce out to the 351 sign on the horse. Moving around, good speed is Fuentes, and it will be an RBI double for Jack Byers. Doubles off the wall in left center, and Fuentes comes in all the way from first, and it is now a 6-1 ball game in favor of the Bulldogs with Dalen Pacheco to the plate. Pacheco dumped a little bloop single into right his last time up. RBI also scored. So now Byers at second, Pacheco at the plate. Artesia tries to keep and does keep the line moving. Another crooked number on the board. They've scored 3 this inning to go along with their 3 in the first. Pacheco, the cleanup hitter, takes the first pitch on the outside corner, and it just misses for ball number 1. Some groans on that one from the blue and white. Salas will check Byers. Now comes to the plate. Swung on. That one is going to be popped up into left center field. It is carrying, and Sanchez calls it but drops it. An E8. He should have had that one. There was a little crowding out there with Barrera, but that is the center fielders to call. So an E8 will allow Pacheco to reach and put Bulldogs again at the corners, first and third. Second error of the ball game on the Cats. And that one costs them an out and bases as Jet Whitmire now to the plate. Whitmire walked and scored. As Artesia trying to catch the big inning. Lovington didn't give up the big inning yesterday. But it looks like that is shaping up here today. At our place, Artesia batted around on us 3 times at one point. You don't want to see that. Showing bunt is Whitmire. Pulls it back as that one sails away, and Greathouse running for Pacheco heads down to second. Ball 1 to Whitmire at the plate. Salas quickly back to work. Fastball swung on. That one is heading out to the street on the right side. As things even up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Outfield playing fairly deep. Middle infielders are in, going to try and cut off the run. The 1-1 pitch, that one will be high and away. Ball 2. So a 2-ball, 1 strike count. Sorry, the bug has decided that it hates me this afternoon. Well, not quite afternoon, still morning. Bottom of the second inning, Artesia trying to run away and hide here in this elimination game. That's a shot out to right center field. That one is going to drop in. Luan has to wait on it, but it'll score 1. It could score 2. Play at second, and the ball going to be bobbled. And so Whitmire with the 2 RBI double, 2 left. Cashes in Byers, cashes in Greathouse for Pacheco, and now it is an 8-1 ball game for the Bulldogs. And here comes Coach Christian Cruz as the Cats trail by 9. They're starting to pick up on Salas. We may see a pitching change here, and we will. So new pitcher coming into the game. Who is going to get the ball? Paredes heading back to the dugout. And so it'll be Jude Madrid, who faced 1 batter yesterday in relief. So Madrid on in emergency relief here as Lovington trying to put out the fire with the freshman. So with the pitching change, we will take a timeout come back and continue. Wildcat Baseball is here on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Listen up. B&B Rentals and Services has got dumpsters. Can you believe it? 30 and 40-yard dumpsters. These guys are a contractor's dream. B&B Rentals has light plants, porta-john trash trailer combos, office trailers, emergency and recovery trailers. Conveniently located in Lovington, B&B can serve you anywhere in Lee County and the surrounding area. Find B&B Rentals LLC on social media, and if you can remember the number, call 396-1722. B&B Rentals and Services.
Congratulations, students and student athletes of Lee County. R360 congratulates all Jow, Eunice, Hobbs, Lovington, Tatum, and the surrounding high schools, and wishes the best of luck to our student athletes competing this week in state playoffs. Right now is more important than ever to recognize positive achievements in our communities. Join R360 in saluting our amazing Lee County students. This community message is brought to you by R360.
When you want the job done right, trust the professionals at DNC Electric for all your electrician's needs. DNC Electric does oil well installations, battery installations, power lines, automation electric motor repairs, transformer repair, and so much more. When you want a reliable, dependable electrician for all your commercial and industrial services, call DNC Electric 492-0044, 575-492-0044. DNC Electric, 1444 West Broadway.
And with the pitching change, the freshman Jude Madrid comes on to try and put out the fire, which has included 5 runs this inning and just 1 out. Artesia threatening to run away and hide. Lovington wanting to keep that from happening. Madrid only 1 decision on the year, and it came in the very last game of the regular season. In relief, he got the win against Portales. So now the first batter he'll face will be the catcher Usherwood. 8th batter of the inning to come to the plate for the Bulldogs. And the first pitch from Madrid is going to be on the outside corner, called strike 1. So the no ball, 1 strike count. Whitmire at second after the RBI double. Reset the infield for you here momentarily. And the 0-1 pitch, that one going to sail. And things even up at a ball and a strike. Can't close the book on Salas yet. He is responsible for Whitmire out at second. Of the 8 runs that have come across so far, 7, make that 6 of them are earned. Still a 1 ball, 1 strike count. Madrid from the stretch looks back at Whitmire, who goes on first movement. Romero, good throw down, and Thurman burns him down, put him down. As caught stealing, Whitmire is out 2-5 for out number 2. So clears the base paths off on a good throw by Romero and a good tag by Thurman. It was ball 2 at the plate to Usherwood, but now you don't really have to worry so much about that because the bases are clear. But 5 runs across this inning, damage done. As Madrid ready, and the 2-1 pitch, the curveball does not break, and it's ball 3. Got to be careful. He throws that one more in the zone. That one's going to scream, hit me, and it might not land until it gets back into Eunice. This park is situated, and the 3-1 pitch, that one will be high for ball 4. And so Usherwood works the 2-out walk. And you can close the book on Salas now. He goes 1 1/3 inning. Gives up 8 runs on just 3, make that 4 hits. 6 of those 8 are earned. Walked 3. So runner at first as the Bulldogs have batted around as Carrasco to the plate. And timeout asked for by Carrasco and granted by the umpire. He needs to check the signal card out there. So Madrid retakes the hill. Like a lot of righties, he sets up more towards the middle of the rubber. In the first pitch, and that'll be a bouncer over to Barrigas. He will handle it, fire it to Salas at first, in time to get the out. 4-3 for out number 3, but the damage is done as the Bulldogs plate 5 in the second. They take an 8-1 lead. Lovington Wildcat Baseball will return right here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and on HobbsAmerica.com.
Listen up, Oil Patch. Aftermath Hot Oil Services is here for you. No matter what the conditions, they'll always do what it takes to get the job done. You want Aftermath on your location for hot oilers, back trucks, roustabouts, steam pressure washers, and back dragging. Just to name a few of the jobs they can do for you. These guys don't stop. Call Dominic at Aftermath Hot Oil Services 575-200-4902 for service that never quits. 575-200-4902. Aftermath Hot Oil Services.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
5 runs on 4 hits, 1 error committed, and 1 runner left on for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the second. We head to the top of the third. It is 9-1-2. Barrigas, Thurman, and Sanchez due up for the Wildcats now with a big hole to deal and dig out of. So Barrigas, who recorded the last out on a choppy grounder at second, steps in, and the first pitch he takes from Pacheco is low for ball number 1. A 1-ball, no strike count. 7-run lead for Artesia, trying to punch their ticket up to Albuquerque. 1-0 pitch as Tristan watches that one high for ball number 2. So a 2-ball, no strike count. Now the Wildcats need to find an answer. They've had some trouble against Pacheco, and the 2-0 pitch swung on and missed. Good breaking ball there. Makes it a 2-ball, 1 strike count. So Barrigas twirls the hot pink bat. And the 2-1 pitch, and that one is going to miss away for ball number 3. So a 3-ball, 1 strike count to Barrigas, leading it off. Barrigas, Thurman, Sanchez. 9-1-2. And the Cats hope to move that line along. 3-1 pitch swung on, and that one will be a soft one towards short as Fuentes up with it, and he is going to pull Morales off the bag, but spinning around and gets the tag on Barrigas to save the error and the base runner. That's one of Morales, just in the right place, right time, and his momentum when it carried him around carried him right into the tag on Barrigas. So it'll be 6-3 for out number 1. It's just been that kind of series. Nothing really has broken the Wildcats' way. Well, Peyton Thurman will step in 0 for 1. 1 down, top 3. And Pacheco fires, and that one, the cutter cuts over the inside corner, strike 1. So a no ball, 1 strike count. Cutter, slider, something like that. And the 0-1 pitch, and that one is going to be popped up into shallow center field. Whitmire calls everybody off of it. That is the center fielders to call, and he will make the grab on the short fly out to center. 2 up, 2 down for the Wildcats here in the third, with Paul Sanchez now to the plate. So Paul will settle into the left side box. Nobody on, 2 out. And the first pitch to Sanchez will be away for ball number 1. Paul struck out his last time up, 0 for 1. Certainly capable at the dish. But you got to get runners on. 1-0 pitch swung on, and Q shots that one off the end of the bat. Gets just a piece of it as the count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Outfield about halfway back. Everybody playing pretty well straight up. 1-1 pitch, and that'll be an off-speed pitch that'll miss away. Ball number 2. So the 2-ball, 1 strike count. Sanchez, the hitter for the Wildcats, trailing this one 8-1. And the 2-1 pitch, that was a beautiful one right at the top of the zone, right over the heart of the plate. Pacheco ran that one up there and basically dared Sanchez to take a hack at it. He did not. Keeps the bat on his shoulder, and that good pitch evens it up at 2-2. And the curveball swung on. That one is heading over and into the top of the netting over the visiting bleachers. So the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. So with 2 ball, 2 strike count, 2 down for the Cats. They trail by 7. As Pacheco ready, deals the 2-2 fastball, swung on and missed. Ran it up there and said, if you can hit it, you can have it. And wins the battle as the Cats go clean 1-2-3 in the top of the third. We head to the bottom of the third inning. Artesia 8, Lovington 1. Wildcat baseball continues on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com from Z94 KZOR.
Listen up. B&B Rentals and Services has got dumpsters. Can you believe it? 30 and 40-yard dumpsters. These guys are a contractor's dream. B&B Rentals has light plants, porta-john trash trailer combos, office trailers, emergency and recovery trailers. Conveniently located in Lovington, B&B can serve you anywhere in Lee County and the surrounding area. Find B&B Rentals LLC on social media, and if you can remember the number, call 396-1722. B&B Rentals and Services.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
The Cats go 1-2-3 in the top of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We head to the bottom of the third. It'll be 8-9-1. Deja vu all over again as Artesia batted around last inning. So Morales, Campbell, and Fuentes. This will be the first time any of the three of them will face Jude Madrid, who stays on the hill. He came on in relief and managed to finally lock down the Bulldogs and get out of that 5-run nightmare of a second inning. And so Jude will deal the first pitch. That will be ball number 1 to Morales. And got a score update, looks like, coming in from St. Pius. And the 1-0 pitch swung on, and that'll be a line shot out into left. And that one is going to go all the way to the wall, as that will allow Morales to cruise into second. He decides he's going to go for 3, and he does. Is having a little bit of trouble getting to the baseball out there was Barrera as it rattled around in the corner out there, and so it is a leadoff triple right down the line in left for Morales. He never even thought about it pulling up at second. He turned on the Jets and goes to third. So now it'll be Campbell to the plate. Campbell 1 for 1. Had a little flare into right his last time up and scored after he stole the base. Madrid from the stretch. First pitch swung on, and that one is hammered down the third baseline. As Morales looks at Campbell and says, "What'd I do to you, bud?" 3 feet further that way, please. Strike 1 to Campbell at the plate. Team camaraderie. And that one will be a fastball inside and evens things up at a ball and a strike. So it looks like it was an exciting one. Game 1, the elimination game at St. Pius. Lovington against Miyamura. 1-1 pitch, curveball, and that one is going to be in there for a called strike 2. So the 1 ball, 2 strike count, 7-6. Lovington winning game 1. So they will advance. They'll play St. Pius here in a little while. 1-2 pitch, check swing. Did he go? No, he did not, but it'll get away from Romero, but he manages to keep it enough in front of him that he will keep Morales over at third as the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the 2-2 pitch, 7-6. Lovington girls winning that one. So they'll play St. Pius here in just a few minutes. And the pitch swung on and missed. Got him to chase the high fastball, ring him up and sit him down. That is the first K for Lovington pitching this afternoon. And 1 down now for Artesia here in the bottom of the third. So turn it back over top of the lineup to Jet Fuentes, 0 for 1. Flew out to right and then walked and scored. So 7-6, a thrilling winner-go-home game, 12-5 matchup. As that one will be a roller on the ground. As handling it is Barrigas. He will toss it over to first, but it'll be a sack RBI single for Fuentes. He's out 4-3, but gets the RBI as Morales crosses the plate. 2 down, but now 9-1 in favor of the Bulldogs as the base is clear for Derek Warren. I'll try and get a Hobbs baseball update for you here shortly. They're up in La Cueva in an elimination game. And the pitch to Warren on the outside corner. On the slider, strike one. The no ball, 1 strike count. As Madrid kicks, fires, fastball. Just the 4-seamer right over the inside corner, reared back and tossed it, strike 2. So a no ball, 2 strike count. Wildcats trail by 8. And the 0-2 pitch, off-speed pitch, and past a diving Thurman in the 5-hole. So it'll be a 2-out single to left for Derek Warren. And so that'll bring Jack Byers to the plate. So Byers will step in, 2 out, 1 on, 1 across for the Bulldogs. You know, the Cats in some trouble here as we inch towards run rule territory. Madrid with a pickoff attempt, and if that one is a little bit lower on Salas, I think he gets Warren. Again, Artesia very aggressive. They can be susceptible to pickoffs. And Warren's off on first movement, and the hit and run put on as Byers will foul that one off for strike 1. We saw that yesterday, especially with 2 outs. Coach Bickle likes to do the hit and run. It's a bit of an anomaly to hit and run with 2 outs, but he thinks it works for him. Another pickoff attempt is sliding back in Warren. Madrid with a very good pickoff move. And the 0-1 pitch, runner goes again as Romero bobbles it just a little bit, so Warren will have the stolen base. You're not as worried about it with 2 outs as the count evens up at a ball and a strike. I guess I hit the wrong button there. There we go. I am not real crazy about our updated score bug and its interface because everything's backwards on it. There's a moment as Romero goes out to talk to Madrid, and I think probably something about don't worry so much about the runner. Let's worry about the hitter. Or with first base open, they may just decide, hey, let's show 4 and put Byers on and go after Pacheco, although that's not a much better alternative. So a 1-ball, 1 strike count to Byers at the plate. Warren stands at second, and the pitch swung on. That one is out into right field, and it is going to sail over the head of Fidencio Lujan and off the wall. That'll get 1 run home. Byers doesn't even pull up. He is heading to third. And so it'll be an RBI triple to right for Byers as Warren crosses the plate. Second triple of the inning makes this a 10-1 ball game. As Lujan kind of misjudged that one coming off the bat. It came in, but I mentioned earlier, noticed when the coaches were out, when they were doing in and outs, that the ball was kind of sailing if it got up there with anything on it, and that one sailed. Lujan did a nice job to get back to even think about making a play on it. And so the first pitch to Pacheco is going to be ball 1. So a 1-ball, no strike count, another run across for Artesia. They lead this one 10-1. And that one will be a fastball high for ball number 2. Then the 2-ball, no strike count. Byers stands over at third. Of course, Byers will be moving on into the Big 12 next year with Arizona. 2-0 pitch fastball as Pacheco wants all of it, just gets a little of it. Off down by the handle and squibs it over to the retaining wall for strike 1. So a 2-ball, 1 strike count. Byers at third, not taking just a huge lead. Pitch, the breaking ball is going to miss low and maybe a little in. So it's a 3-ball, 1 strike count. Ready to deal. Madrid, the 3-1 pitch swung on. That one is high in the air out to deep left field. Going back is Barrera. Back, and over his head as it bounces off the track. And it will be an RBI double to the track in left for Pacheco as he cashes in Byers. And again, taking a step in on it before he went back was Barrera, a misjudge. And now we are into mercy rule territory for the Wildcats as 3 more runs have come across. Kai Greathouse will come in to run for Pacheco as Jet Whitmire to the plate. And most of this damage, matter of fact, 2 of the 3 runs that have come in have been with 2 outs, as that one is high to Whitmire for ball 1. So the 1-ball, no strike count. Whitmire running, or rather Greathouse running for Pacheco. Out at second. 1-0 pitch, fastball. That one is going to be high. Gets away from Romero, pops out of the glove. Greathouse cannot move along. It'll be ball number 2. Again, 2 of the 3 that have come across this inning have come with 2 outs. That's really part of the difference between good and great is what you do with 2 outs. And Artesia making Lovington pay as that's a high shot into the outfield. Sanchez he does step back first and then watches it into the glove. So Whitmire gives it a ride, but Sanchez is there to cash him out. But 3 more runs come across for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the 3rd inning. We head to the top of the 4th. The Wildcats need to get something going. They trail by 10. Wildcat baseball from here in Artesia. First round of the playoffs back in a moment.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
3 runs on 4 hits, no errors committed, and 1 runner left on base for Artesia. They take the 11-1 lead going into the top of the 4th inning. Heart of the Wildcat lineup, 3, 4, and 5 due up. Madrid leads it off. He grounded out to Carrasco. He is 0 for 1, and he'll take the first pitch out into right center field. That one could be trouble, and going back is Warren as he took the right angle on it. Something about playing at your home park. Warren knew what to do as he sprinted into the gap. While he was sprinting backwards, looking up, caught the baseball, and then caught the baseball. So Madrid, the fly out to right for out number 1. Now Auden Paredes to the plate. Auden single to right his last time up. Cats need base runners if they want to get runs. Pacheco still on the hill. Usherwood sets up outside in the first pitch. That one is on the outside corner. The sweeper is in there, strike 1. So the no ball, 1 strike count. Pacheco always from the stretch, the deep breath, and the 0-1 pitch swung on. That's a line shot. Going to find its way through out into left. Falls in front of Campbell. And Paredes will have the 1-out single. Made good contact on that one and shoots it out to left field. Still a 1-out single is now Fidencio Lujan to the plate. Fidencio singling right down the line. And to right his last time up, he got around on a pretty good pitch from Pacheco there. It's part of that Lovington first 1-run second. Their first run of the series as that fastball misses away. And it is ball number 1, so the 1-ball, no strike count. Lead off at first for Paredes. Good, not great speed. Usherwood with a good arm behind the plate. Not much of a leadoff, and the pitch swung on and missed. The curveball fooled Lujan, was sitting on the fastball And that's not what he got, and it evens it up at a ball and a strike. Again, Lujan not taking a big lead. Morales holds him on. And Pacheco, the 1-1 pitch swung on. That's a chopper. Could be a double play. Fuentes with it, shovels it to second, on to first in time for the 6-4-3 twin killing. And so it's not the most conventional 1-2-3 inning you'll ever see, but the 6-4-3 ends any Lovington threat in the fourth. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Artesia up by 11 and looking to finish punching their ticket on to Albuquerque. Can Lovington postpone that? We'll find out when we return. Wildcat Baseball, Lovington Sports YouTube channel, and HobbsAmerica.com from KZOR.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hardworking team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
A textbook 6-4-3 double play ends the Wildcat top of the fourth. No runs, one hit, no errors, and nobody left on for Artesia. It'll be 6, 7, and 8. Usherwood, Carrasco, and Morales due up. A 10-run lead, they'd like to get an insurance run or two if they could, as the first pitch from Madrid to Usherwood. Whoa, pretty good pitch. I don't know where it missed, but it did. Ball one. And the 1-0 pitch swung on, and that one will be fouled back by Usherwood as things even up at a ball and a strike. So the 1-ball, 1-strike count. Madrid gets the signs from Romero. And the 1-1 pitch tries him with the curveball, and Usherwood flinched, and they're going to say that he flinched enough to break it over, and so now he's down in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Usherwood, Carrasco, Morales. Madrid on in relief has pitched pretty well. 1-2 pitch, check swing. Did he go? They're going to ask for the appeal, and nope, they're going to say he held it up. That one actually looked a little closer than the one before did. So maybe it's a return the favor kind of deal. So it evens the count at 2-2. Then with 2-ball, 2-strike count, Sanchez playing a couple of steps towards the hole in left center. The sweeper, and it just misses for ball number 3. It's one of them, I think, if Romero's not moving so much, that he may have gotten that call. 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Ring him up and sit him down. Madrid rears back and throws the fastball. Romero drops the ball and has to toss it down to Salas at first, but does. It'll be the second K of the game for Madrid, and 1 down now for the Bulldogs with Elijah Carrasco to the plate. Carrasco 0 for 2. And as I look over the books, Carrasco is the only Bulldog to have not reached base this afternoon. Popped out to Salas in the first, then grounded out to Barrigas in the second. So 0 for 2, and whoa, that one going to sail on Madrid. So up and in for ball number 1. So a 1-ball, no strike count. 1 down. We are in the bottom of the fourth inning. Lovington's going to have Barrera, Salas, and Romero to the plate in the fifth, and they're going to need some runs out of the bottom portion of the lineup as that one misses to Carrasco, ball 2. So with 2-ball, no strike count, Jude Reddy comes to the plate and fastball high for ball 3. So a 3-ball, no strike count. Again, the 10-run lead. Artesia would like to tack at least another one on, if not 2. And the 3-0 pitch, that one will be I don't know where it missed, but it missed low as groans from the blue-clad faithful. That'll be the second walk issued by Madrid, 5th overall for Lovington pitching. As Diego Morales to the plate. Morales 2 for 2. As Coach Bickle flashing signs and hollering out signals over to Carrasco. Good speed at first. A lot of times they've been running pretty much on first flinch from Salas and now Madrid. And the first pitch, that one is going to bounce. And so I think that's probably, I'm hearing pass ball from down the hall. I think that's probably a wild pitch, but we'll give him the pass ball. That'll make Don happy. And so the pass ball will move the runner to second. It is ball one at the plate to Morales. So a 1 ball, no strike count. And the pitch fastball swung on. That one is popped up over our heads and out of play. As the count evens up at a ball and a strike. So runner in scoring position, an insurance run for the Bulldogs in the form of Carrasco. Gets a big lead over there, Barrigas. Keeping him honest. Madrid checks and then comes to the plate, and that one will be a wild pitch. I don't think there's any question about that. And so the wild pitch will allow Carrasco to go to third, and it'll be ball 2 to Morales. So the 2-ball, 1 strike count. Definitely a hitter's count with 1 down. Bottom of the 4th inning. Lovington going to need some runs if they want to see a 6th. And the 2-1 pitch fastball, and that one going to be low as it moved out of the zone. Jude does have some life on that fastball, and it moves around. Moves out that time. As he sets and goes with the 3-1 pitch, that one will be low for ball number 4. So back-to-back walks after the opening K, and Bulldogs at the corners. 6th walk issued by Lovington pitching. And now Charlie Campbell to the plate. Campbell 1 for 2, singled to right center in the first, and struck out in the third. So Morales, better than average speed on first. Carrasco with good speed. If something gets past Romero enough, I would expect to see him break for home. Adjust that just slightly. So Campbell will step in 1 for 2. Pickoff attempt over at first. That's very dangerous with a good runner at third. Back in safely was Morales. So Madrid will check on his runners again, and the first pitch swung on. That one is high in the air out to center field. Sanchez has to leap to get to that one and does. Tagging up is Carrasco, and he will score. So Campbell has an RBI sac fly, which will cash in that insurance run we talked about. There's 2 down now for Artesia since it was to center. Morales not able to tag up and come home, but it'll turn it back over to the top of the lineup with Jet Fuentes. Fuentes 0 for 1, flew out to lead off the game, then walked and scored in the second. And a sac RBI grounder in the third. And a pickoff attempt, and back in safely. As Madrid had Morales leaning the wrong way, but it sailed on him just a little bit, or he would be out, and the Cats out of this inning. And there's another pickoff attempt, and that one much better. Not as big a lead that time for Morales. And he beats the tag in by about a hand's width again, just like he did before. And the first pitch at the plate to Fuentes will be low for ball number 1. So a 1-ball, no strike count. Now 12-1 the score. 1-0 pitch, that one going to sail, ball 2. Madrid has not seen a lot of time on the hill this year. So maybe starting to show just a little bit of fatigue for the freshman. Big lead for Morales to the plate. That one will be high for ball 3. So a 3-ball, no strike count. Don't worry quite so much about the runner. Just worry about the man at the plate. And another pickoff attempt. Back in safely, Morales. Perfect world, you get Fuentes, so you don't have to worry about Warren and Byers and Pacheco this inning. And that one will be right down the slot. Strike 1. I have a feeling take sign on all the way there. Madrid struggling to find the zone just a little bit. 3-1 pitch, and that one is going to be ball 4. And so that'll be the third walk of the inning issued by Madrid, his 4th overall. So Morales will trot down to second as Fuentes goes to first. And now Derek Warren to the plate. Warren 1 for 2, lined out to Madrid in the first, then had a sac RBI fly in the second, then a single and a run scored in the third. So he steps in 2 on, 2 out here in the 4th. Artesia trying to put some more insurance runs on the board before the 5th inning. Popped up, and that one's going to get out of play and into the netting right on top of the press box. And that'll be strike number 1. Warren was sitting on that one, just came up on it and popped it up and out of play. 0-0 ball, 1 strike count. Warren with the pretty much straight up and down stance. Madrid with the 0-1. That one going to sail. And Morales was ready to go, but Romero did a nice job stabbing it. Count evens up at a ball and a strike. Romero did throw out Whitmire earlier, attempting to steal. And the curveball swung on. That one is high in the air. Out to right field. Lujan on the run. Cannot get to it. So that will get 1 home. And it is an RBI 2-out double for Derek Warren to right. Lujan started back on that one. And by the time he started up on it, that one was just going to fall into no man's land. Fuentes to third. Warren stands at second after the double. And Morales cashed in. And now it is 13-1, and you do have to face Jack Byers. So Byers is going to look to put the capper on his career here at Brainerd Park. Going to look to go out of here with an exclamation point, I've got to think. Byers 2 for 2. 3 runs scored and an RBI as Madrid kicks and fires, and the fastball up and in to the Arizona commit for ball 1. Of course, pitching the perfect game yesterday might be that exclamation point. 3 runs scored, RBI, 2 for 2 today. Not going to feel too bad. And the 1-0, the curveball, that one will stay high for ball 2. That one didn't have just a whole lot of movement on it. If that one's a little bit lower, Byers may get that exclamation point he's possibly looking for. So the Bulldogs will move on to play the winner of the 8-9 series, which is also going on today. 2-0 pitch swung on, and that one will be into the gap in left center. That one is going to fall in. That'll get 1 run home. That'll get 2 runs home, and it is a 2 RBI single for Jack Byers in what could very well be his final plate appearance here at Brainerd Park. Fuentes comes in, Warren comes in, and now it's 15-1 in favor of the Bulldogs. And here comes Coach Christian Cruz. And that may do it for Jude Madrid, and it will. As Cruz takes the baseball away from him, is he going to give it back to him? That'll be the question. Not sure who they're going to put in to try and close it out. But we will have a pitching change, so we'll take a timeout, come back, and continue as Wildcat Baseball here on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
For 75 years, the Gandy family has been providing outstanding, well-rounded, and diversified services in our oil field community, as well as our proud hometown communities in Lovington and Tatum. Gandy Corporation's family work environment for over 50 members inspires the best in all of us to rise to the top and do our personal best. The Gandy Corporation family is a strong supporter of Lee County's youth and the biggest fan of the Lovington Wildcats. Let's go Wildcats!
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
So Jude Madrid's afternoon is done in relief. The freshman gets knocked out after a 2 RBI single for Jack Byers. Can't close the book on him just yet because he is still responsible for Byers over at first. Jeremiah Romero will move from catcher to pitcher. Lucas Quintana will get some time as he will take over behind the plate. Paredes back to first, Madrid back to short. So now your batteries, Romero and Quintana. Paredes, Barrigas, Madrid, Thurman on the infield from first to third. Barrera, Sanchez, and Lujan. Still your outfield from left to right. In-score update coming in from Albuquerque and La Cueva. La Cueva leading Hobbs 5-1 in the bottom of the third inning of that do-or-die game for Hobbs. So now Romero from the stretch will face Dalen Pacheco, the cleanup hitter. And his first pitch will be high for ball one. So the 1-ball, no strike count for the youngster. Byers with the lead off of first. Paredes holding him on. Romero takes the deep breath and fires, and that one should hit the outside corner. It does. As the count evens up at a ball and a strike. So the 1-ball, 1-strike count. 4 runs across this inning for Artesia. Means Lovington's going to need at least 5 to see a bottom of the 5th inning. That curveball is away for ball number 2. So a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Third pitcher of the now afternoon for the Wildcats. Trying to continue extending their season out. And the pitch swung on, and that's a hard shot. Madrid backhands it, then goes the short way to second. Barrigas covering, and they will get the force on Byers. So Byers will be out 6-4 for out number 3, but damage done as 4 runs come across for Artesia. The Wildcats have got to score 5 to see a bottom of the 5th. Can they do it? We'll find out as Wildcat baseball continues in a moment.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
NMJC, success through learning. My future's looking brighter. My life's an open door. New Mexico Junior College gave me the chance I was looking for. Affordable education designed to fit my needs. Now every day is filled with opportunity. NMJC, success through learning. NMJC.
At nmjc.edu.
4 runs on just 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on for the Bulldogs as Artesia looking to close out Lovington. And in the Wildcat season, Barrera, Salas, and Romero due up. And so still on the hill. Whoa, inside and getting out of the way of that one is Barrera. That will be ball number 1. as we head to the top of the fifth inning. It'll be Barrera, Quintana, and Romero due up. And the pitch swung on, and that's a hard shot, but right into the glove of Byers, and we know he's got the good arm, and he easily tosses across the diamond. Barrera with pretty good speed, but Byers fires kind of a sidearm 90-plus mile an hour bullet across the diamond. 5-3 for out number one. So one down, as it'll be time for Lucas Quintana. It'll be his first at bat of the series. So Pacheco ready, and he deals the fastball. That one will be away, and it is ball number one. So Pacheco trying to go the complete distance. A one-run, three-hitter, what he's got going right now. And the 1-0 pitch, and thinking about it is Quintana, but holds off on it. Doesn't matter. It's still strike one. So a 1-1 strike count. Everybody playing pretty well straight up. Lovington needs 5 to see a bottom of the fifth. And the 1-1 pitch took something off of that one and got Quintana well out in front of it. He waves at strike number 2. So a 1-2 strike count. As Lucas will choke up now as Usherwood sets up on the outside. The 1-2 pitch high. Trying to get him to chase up top, but he declines, and so it evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. You're the Wildcats, you need base runners, and you've only got 2 outs left. And the 2-2 pitch, that one tries to get the bottom to drop out of it. It does not. Good eye for Quintana. Judge that one nicely, and he will take the count full against Pacheco. Usherwood set up on the outside. Pacheco with the payoff pitch fastball. That one is away for ball 4, and that is the first walk issued by Pacheco this afternoon. And so Lovington stays alive as Jeremiah Romero now to the plate. So Romero got the start behind the dish, then came on in relief and finally got the Wildcats out of that 4th inning. Courtesy runner comes in for Quintana. They're going to be Colby. Yes, it is. Colby Nave comes in, coming up from the JV for the playoffs. So Colby Nave in to run. Like Colby, he's a lot of times the PA and the scoreboard guy during varsity games up in the booth. Nice young man. Just a sophomore. So Nave running over at first for Romero. And the pitch swung on and missed as Romero taking a minute to decide he wants to pull the trigger on that one. Would have been a strike anyway, and he takes a hack at it. Strike number 1. Nave over at first. It's a pretty good lead over there. Morales kind of half-heartedly holding him on. And the 0-1 pitch swung on. That one is going to be popped up into shallow center field. Could be trouble, but it'll be Fuentes who calls everybody off. Carrasco and Whitmire both having to throw the brakes on to keep from running him down. So it'll be a pop out to the shortstop for the second out. So Lovington down to their final 3 strikes of the season as Tristan Barrigas to the plate. Tristan grounded out to Fuentes. Back in the 3rd, he is 0 for 1. And the first pitch and waves at the cutter for strike number 1. Barrigas can find some way on, turns it back over to the top of the lineup. Lovington down to their final 2 strikes of the season. The 0-1 swung on and missed as he pulled the trigger on that breaker. And Barrigas not able to handle it. So now the Wildcats down to their final strike. Of course, no matter what happens in this one, and Lovington is going to fall. I think we can all probably agree on that one. And that one will be high for ball number 1. It has been a season of a lot of growth for the Wildcats and seen some ups and downs. Started off pretty well and then hit kind of a lull and a low point, but battled back to squeak their way into the playoffs. And even though today and yesterday haven't gone the way they wanted, they've really shown a lot of improvement for a young team, and that'll be a chopper. Byers charging up the line, then fires over, and that will do it. 5-3 for out number 3 as the Wildcats will fall in this one by a final score of 15-3. 2-1. We'll be back to wrap up the season right after this as Wildcat Baseball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Nowell Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Nowell Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Nowell Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Nowell Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
Norlee General Hospital supports all Lee County High School athletic programs and is proud to bring you this live play-by-play action. Norlee Hospital knows your health needs should be taken seriously, which is why their physicians are always first to react. Why choose another hospital when you can have one right at home with Norlee General Hospital? Call Norlee at 396-6611 or come by for a visit and talk to their staff and bring back that state title.
The Wildcat season comes to an end as they go 0-2 in the best-of-3 series against a very tough Artesia Bulldogs team. Final line score in this one that ends the Wildcat season for the victorious Bulldogs of Artesia. They get 15 runs on 11 hits. They don't commit any errors, and they leave 4 runners out on the base paths. For Lovington, they get 1 run on 3 hits. They commit 2 errors, and they leave 2 on base. Pacheco gets the win for the Bulldogs, and Salas takes the loss for the Wildcats. So the season comes to an end for the Lovington boys, but a lot for Coach Cruz and his charges to hold their heads up about. They still got to double-digit wins. They got into the playoffs for the 3rd consecutive year, which after a 10-year absence, getting in there 3 straight times, especially with a very young team, is, I think, an improvement and moving forward. Just 3 seniors on this squad: Abraham Rodriguez, Fidencio Lujan, and Juan Sepulveda. So those 3 can hold their heads up high, knowing that they helped get Lovington back closer to where they, historically have always kind of been. And hats off to Coach Cruz and his coaching staff for, getting into the playoffs. But, mentioned a lot of young players, a lot of things to build on next year with a lot of kids, you hope, coming back to play once again. Even though Lovington baseball is done, Lovington sports are not done. We will have the Lovington Lady Cats in Albuquerque next week. Matter of fact, the question is, will they be in the winner's bracket or will they be in the winner-go-home bracket? So they should be playing right now against St. Pius X right here, Lovington Sports YouTube and on Lovington Sports 1 here on HobbsAmerica.com. Don Morgan with the call in that one from up in Albuquerque. A big thanks to all of our Wildcat sponsors all season long, from football to soccer to basketball, now to baseball. Couldn't do this without their help and support. So we appreciate every one of our sponsors that you've seen and heard all season long for the Lovington boys. Again, because of them, we get to do this for you absolutely free of charge. Today's game, of course, we had to buy the video rights, but we got to do that thanks to our friends at Artesia Schools and also Pecos Valley Broadcasting for agreeing to allow us to video stream these games as well as they did. So with that, my friends, we will wrap up your Wildcat baseball season as Lovington falls by a final of 15-1 and 2-0 in the series. So for Don Morgan on assignment in Albuquerque with the Lovington girls today. For Tiff and Evie, keeping an eye and an ear on things back at One Radio Square, I'm TJ Miracle saying so long from Brainerd Park in Artesia. This has been a presentation of Walmart Digital and Z94 KZOR Sports. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you for more Lovington sports with Lovington softball next week in Albuquerque at the state tournament. Have a great weekend, everybody.